coming, I'm selling soap, man. Just when it holler that broke, fuck it to both ends. I'm out this bitch dead for real, boy, like no plan. Plug and Warner front me shit, he had to go, man. On post plan, right in front of that stove, man. I ran up on him, Sam's up, hit him with both cans.
What's up, YouTube? We back. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button, and let's keep pushing this platform forward. We need to hit this thing to 100K, and we need y'all to push us to 100K. We can't do it without y'all, all right? Also, if you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of Street Elements Magazine, the #1 magazine publication in the nation. If you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of Street Elements Magazine. All right, it's nothing like hearing your name doing mail call. So today, man, I got another video for you guys. Me and DJ was sitting down, just chopping it up about the young man YNW Barlin and his situation that he's looking at Monday. Basically, is he going to take his plea deal for 194 months? Basically, that's 16 years in Florida State Prison, which we all know state time is different than federal time. So let's go ahead and tap into it.
Prison, bro. 27.
Where?
Everywhere.
27 years, bro.
What year was that? What year you started out?
92.
In 92?
I caught my case in 91.
I was born in 92. What I'm looking for? 27.
What was some of the roughest spots you went to?
FSP and Rayford.
Tell the folks about FSP, man. I mean, for people who don't know about FSP, can you give me a detailed description of the life at FSP?
Yeah, well, see, FSP is one of the oldest. Actually, they'll tell you that Florida State Prison is the only prison in the state of Florida. Everything else is correctional institution. It's one-man cells. When I was over there, it was locked down. Everything was locked down, but at one time it was general population. There was a lot of killing going on back in this, like in the 70s and 80s. And right across the street, I'm talking about it's two different counties. Rayford is considered in FSP is considered Starks, Florida, and Rayford is considered a whole another city, but they right across the street. But you know that general area is had New River East, New River West, The Rock, FSP, and a lot of all them institutions at one time shared the same address until like 98, 99 when they changed the address and gave each individual institution their own address. But Florida State Prison is like I say, considered the only prison in the state of Florida. That's where a lot of the guys, when I first got over there, these guys, man, had been in that building. Come on, this is a building. This is not just one general building. Everything is inside a building. You had guys been in that same building since the 60s, you know. And it was always a level 7 because it housed death row inmates. And same way with across the street at Rayford, which is considered the old Rock. They built the death row unit there in 89 or 90. But reason why I ended there because as soon as I got to prison in 92, I caught 2 Baton Leos at ACI. And so I told my ass as soon as I got to prison. But I spent 13 years in that triangle, but I can honestly say that was the best time I did out the whole 27, you know? Yeah.
You said you caught a Baton Leo at ACI. Explain.
I caught 2 Baton Leos at ACI in 93 and went to Jackson County Jail, called 5 more years. They sent me to the trial. And I spent the next 13 years there before, and I just, you know, it would be easier for me to tell you where I didn't go, the institutions that I wasn't, than it would be the ones that I went to, because, you know, doing time like that, you know, they constantly transferring you for this, that. and the other. So, you know, I did a lot of transferring, but once I got close to going home, and this is how the prison system, the state prison system work, they like to get you close to the house, or it's cheap on them. So when it's time for you to be released, so Avon, I started doing all the Avon parks and the Polk corrections. That's where I came home from, Polk.
Okay. How ACI was when you got there? I heard it used to be
ACI always had the same stigma. I've been there 3 times. It's always because it was in the 80s. My first time was 88. And it always had that same stigma because it was a useful offender. But ACI always been considered gladiator school, and it went from that criteria to like close management type. You know, they got a whole institution full of idiots. You know, full of assholes. So you already know how that's gonna go when the majority of the institution is full of fuck ups. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a lot of bullshit going on. I ended up. Matter of fact, I was there with a lot of guys out of Tampa, and me and a guy, I know you know Fred Streeter personally. Me and Fred got stabbed. A dude stabbed me and Fred, man, when we was there.
Yeah,
the same day.
Yeah, what for?
Man, you know how, hey, we took the mentality from the streets to the tag, ain't messing with people, trying to take people's shit. But like I said, you don't know who you really messing with, because when the smoke cleared and we did research on this guy, you know, this guy had 2 life sentences, had just came from Florida State Prison, you know.
Right.
And he in prison right now, because I look him up every now and then. He at a Santa Rosa right now.
Right.
You know, so that's why I tell people, you really don't know who you be dealing with, man. You should go to fucking with people, or, you know. So, but ACI, Charlotte, Santa Rosa, all them institutions there, they like high security, you know what I mean? And really, man, the state prison really is, back in the late 80s, the state prisons and the Florida mental health institution, they did a merger. That's what happened, was they merged. So they came to the conclusion, well, hell, we might as well put all the crazies with the criminals. And that's why now the majority of prison is guys on psychotropic medication, because, you know, I don't know if you know, but back in the 70s and early 80s, you had a lot of what's considered like asylums, you know, with people with mental health issues. So them people said, fuck that. We just put all of them together. So that's what the prison system is now, mainly, it's a mental health, you know what I mean? Because everybody on psych meds, it's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's, because I from the time I was 15, bro, I've been in trouble my whole life. I've been out 4 years now, and since 85, this is the longest I've been in society, since 1985.
What's your name?
Roland Graham.
Roland Graham. What part of town you grew up in?
I grew up in Old College Hill. Not the front, but just that area of Ida and 22nd.
Oh, okay.
But see, I don't know you personally, but like over the years, I heard people like with your magazine and stuff, I just started hearing your name, you know what I'm saying? They say, yeah, KC, they got on Street Element magazine, you know? So yeah, I used to hear dudes talking about it all the time. So yeah.
Yeah. When you went inside the joint, right? It was more broke up into cities like Tampa, Jacksonville, Miami.
Yeah. You know, the gang influx came, like in mid to late 90s, because I realized, and see, it was an agenda. I'm gonna tell you what these folks' agenda is. So you got a lot of officers at FSP and Rayford and Charlotte. They was getting what they call hazard pay, you know, from working in that environment with level 7, with the people, institution that house death row inmates and just inmates who are prone to get in trouble and real extremely violent inmates. So I noticed when the gang influx come and they were trying to get as many people designated as gang members because they even had me, labeled as a gang member for a couple of years, and because of a tattoo I had. Now, I don't know if you remember back in the days, we was getting the tattoos with the martini glass with the straw with the symbol. So when I spoke to a gang sergeant, he told me that symbol represents a vice lord. I looked at him like he was crazy. I said, man, are you serious? He showed me, said, yeah, they got you designated as a vice lord. I said, well, it's crazy because I said, I must be the only vice lord in a state prison because I ain't never even met nobody claiming to be a vice lord. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was blood. Everybody want to be Bloods, Crips, and G's. You know what I mean?
Right.
But now, man, it's awful with that. It's awful, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. And I was just telling dude this couple of days ago. Black inmates, I don't care about the gangs. They don't even run the state prison no more. The Spanish guys run the Florida prison system right now today. That's who running the Florida prison system. Blacks done gave it to them. You know what I mean? Straight up. I'm being straight up. They have niggas don't run nothing in that prison system no more, bro.
Damn.
You got all these dudes running around claiming Bloods and Crips. They are terrified of them MS-13s and those Mexicans in there. I'm being straight up. Them niggas is terrified of them Chicos.
Yeah, because one thing about them Chicos, they gonna be very disciplined.
Yeah, and when it comes time to go down, it's going down. I'm talking about plenty bloodshed, and them niggas talk. You know what I'm saying? Like when they get down like that, we'll just get extremely bloody shit. I done seen them niggas tuck tail and run.
Yeah, that's something new. I never heard that. Now you the first one telling me about that. How the Spanish population took over.
Listen, KC, I'm telling you. Listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching this. I'm watching it with my own eyes over here. Like I say, I've been out since 21, and I can't imagine what it's like now because with that prison system, it don't take long for things to change. Like it'll be a complete culture shock if I was, Lord forbid, was to happen to go back into that place. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know it would be because things change so bad. And I'm telling you, I don't care. I know you gonna have niggas talking about, oh no, that nigga. Man, I'm telling you what I'm witnessing. Them brothers ain't running. They ain't running nothing in there no more. And that's the God-heaven truth.
Yeah, that's something new right there. But anyway, y'all don't want to go in there, period. Because it ain't a life to live.
They ain't running nothing. Only, I watch them, see, because, So I'm going to tell you straight up. I left Pasadena, California in 1991 and came back to Florida. And why I did that, I don't know, because I went back 3 months and caught a 40-year sentence. Anyway, I lived in the Blood neighborhood, right? I know how the dudes' politics go out there in California, right?
Right.
When the influx started to come into Florida in the mid, 95, 96, well, out there, everybody was claiming Crip because it all about the influence. Whoever running the rock, whoever got the ball at them, that's what everybody want to be. Everybody wanted to be Crips when I was out there. The numbers was 45,000 Crips in the city of LA to 9,000 Blood. And anybody who was like celebrities, entertainers that was claiming, they was claiming Crips. So now that in the 2000s when everybody wanted to start claiming Bloods, like with Lil Wayne and everybody went to claim now, that's why the influx is geared towards everybody want to be Bloods now. Well, mainly, it's still Crips, but everybody want to be. So it's all about influence. Whoever got the spotlight at, that's what everybody want to claim. Me personally, I'm telling you, I never had that. That's not my personality, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, I'm living in these guys' neighborhood. I sit out front with them. they used to like to hear about Florida. You know what I'm saying? They used to be telling me what's going on out there. And, you know, every now and then you'll run across a couple of them who was like getting money. And I tell them, well, mainly the young guys from Florida and down south, they don't get money because them niggas was on that gangbanging shit. You know, that's what they lived. They lived and breathed that, the gangbang. You know, every now and then in the neighborhood, you have one or two of them that's, you know, getting money. But for the most part, them niggas was on that gangbang shit. And a lot of the politics, you know, anytime something initiates somewhere, once it start trickling away, getting out, you know, things change. You know, we got different, just different things they bringing into, different rules, different, codes and stuff. But, like I say, man, the Florida prison system, the whole system is gangland now. Everybody claiming something, you know. Everybody, and like I say, man, I'm telling you the God heaven truth. Them Chicos who running that prison system in Florida, and really, I can imagine. I know already out west. Out west is the Mexicans and the white supremacists. Arizona, California, that's who run their prison system out here. But down here, I'm telling you, in Florida now, it's the Spanish, MS-13. There's
Nathaniel's?
Yeah, Nathaniel. That's who running that prison system, man. And I was so glad when I got the hell up out of there. I said, y'all niggas done laid down. And that's what niggas do, lay down. And that's exactly what they done in the...
Damn, yeah, shit. Yeah. Yeah, things done changed over the time, boy, for real.
Yeah, man. It's you know what I mean? That, like I say, man, I've been in 1985. I was in and out. I done everything. Juvenile, boys school, county jails, prison, you know. And by the grace of God, I'm even back in society because they could have easily did me because I had already been to prison twice prior to me catching those 40 years, right? And it wouldn't have been no question if they'd have handed down 2 elbows to me.
Right.
But, you know, we already knew that God had the last word on everything.
For sure.
And he didn't want me to have a life sentence, but had I been handed a life sentence, they would have had me dead to the right, and without question, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, what about the influx of K2 and that Molly inside the prison? Did you see that change too?
Man, what? That's all man.